Right, everybody, here we are again. Tonight we're watching Everton versus Liverpool. We're going to be seeing whether Everton can pee on the parade of Jurgen Klopp's last away game as a rivalry between the two clubs continue. This is going to be an interesting game because Liverpool need to win to keep their title hopes alive, and Everton need to win to keep moving away from that bottom three. I'm going to have the scores and everything else running along the bottom of the screen. And we're going to have chat open the entire time that we're doing this. So if you got any comments or you want to join in, yesterday we had a really good stream. Had fun with that. So if you want to get involved, come over, get involved in the comment section. At the moment, I'm watching the Solihull versus Halifax, I think. Just putting just get the match on now. We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. I want your comments. Who is going to win this game? Is it going to be an Everton win? Will they upset Klopp's last year in charge? Or is this going to be an easy victory for Liverpool? Will it be a tight game? What are your thoughts? I'd be interested to know. Let's have a bit of banter going on as well. I don't mind a bit of that either, as long as we keep it relatively friendly. So you can get in touch with us on Facebook or YouTube. And if you, if I will be vetting the messages coming through to the channel and making sure that they're all clean and in good taste. I'm just going to try and add a little bit more light to this situation in here. There you go. That's a bit better. Right, we're just on the adverts at the moment. I'll tell you what I'm going to do quickly, actually. I'm just going to have a look at the lineups. I've just heard that Mo Salah is back in the team. So let's just have a little dive over and have a look at that. Rowan, Everton will win today. He has a feeling that Everton are going to do the job over Liverpool. Well, it'd be interesting. It's one of them games, isn't it, that form goes completely out of the window in a game like this. It's all about rivalries. I'm just having a look at the starting lineups now, just to see who Liverpool have gone with. There's quite a few games. I think the Wolves game has already kicked off. That is still 0-0 at the moment. Wolves versus Bournemouth. We've got Crystal Palace and Newcastle, Everton and Liverpool, Manchester United versus Sheffield United. That'll be a really interesting game to watch because I think, Man, you have to win this game really convincingly tonight. Really convincingly, especially after what happened in the FA Cup, just to sort of move that to one side and get that out the way. I think they're going to have a convincing win. So the starting lineups for this game, we've got Everton, we've got Pickford in goal as always, Godfrey, Jorkowski, Braithwaite, Mikalenko, Harrison, Gay, Garner, McNeil, Doucouré and Calvert-Lewin up top. And then we've got Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Konate, Van Dijk and Robertson, Jones, Shabazlai, never know how you say that one, McAllister, Salah, Nunes and Diaz. So strong team for Liverpool. I think Jota's out injured again, isn't he? But yes, so let's get into this. So we've got one person so far saying that Everton's going to win. I'm going to try and get Gareth involved in this chat at some point. Because Gareth is our resident Everton fan. So Gareth today, who's going to be on some of the shows with me, he's watching the game with his daughter tonight. He said actually it's the first game him and his daughter have watched together. Poor girl, forcing her to watch an Everton game. So this is. Here we go. This is going to be a very interesting match. So they're just doing a little presentation at the moment for someone at the Everton, one of the sports scientists who's raised a lot of money for a charity, very good cause. So they're just doing that now. We're in the advertisement breaks. Right. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think this is going to be a similar game to the... it could be a similar game to the Arsenal-Chelsea match that we watched last night. Arsenal and Arsenal and Chelsea yesterday. Arsenal came out the blocks 100 mile an hour, which is what I think Liverpool are going to do. Chelsea found their footing, got into the game a little bit, showed a little bit of fight, but lacked quality in the final third. And then towards the end of the game, Liverpool just finished them off. Arsenal finished them off. And I think that's what we're going to see today. I genuinely think that's what we're going to get today. I can't see... I just can't see... I can't see this going well for Everton, I'm afraid. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Let me just... I'm just going to share this out to a few people. I don't know. I just think that Liverpool... I've got a friend of mine actually who's a Liverpool fan just texting me right now. He seems to think that he can see this being an absolute trouncing. He thinks Liverpool have got the bit between the teeth. We're going to see. We are about to find out. It is one of those derbies that, well, we say it can throw up some surprising results, but actually Jurgen Klopp is yet to lose a single away derby game. Everton are currently 16th. Liverpool are second. If they get their 3 points today, I think they go level on points with Arsenal. So they're on 74 at the moment. Arsenal on 77. So it could be interesting. Gareth, who is a resident Everton fan, is saying that he thinks Liverpool might win 4-0. Oh dear. That's not a confident shout, is it, for your own team, that? Poor. I think the message from Sean Dyche today is going to be, it's Klopp's last derby. Let's do everything within our power to make sure this is one that he won't forget, but for all the wrong reasons. That's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be interesting, guys. Like I say, get involved in the comments section. Who do you think is going to be the first person to score today? A lot of big players on the pitch. I think set pieces are going to be really important. I'm going to go for Trent Alexander after that free kick he scored the other day. I'm going to have both teams to score. Trent Alexander-Arnold. That is a really narrow tunnel they have to come through, isn't it, at that ground? Jeez. Really tiny tunnel. Here we go. The players are coming out onto the pitch now. All the flags are out for Everton. Signs of "we shall not be moved." They really need to fight. I wonder what kind of reception Jurgen Klopp's going to get today from the Everton fans. I'm looking forward to this one. 130 years of this derby. Wow. And Everton move into a new stadium soon as well. I don't know how soon that is. Right, Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Bournemouth is still 0-0. That game is 13 minutes in. In the Championship, we've got Coventry versus Hull. That one is still at 0-0, and that one's 9 minutes in. I'll be keeping an eye on the other games as we go along. So we got this on Facebook and on YouTube. We seem to have quite a few people on Facebook at the moment. Hi, if you're watching. Get in touch with your comments. I want to know who you think is going to win, who you think is going to score first goal. Give us your predictions. Let us know who you think is going to win this one. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, man, he's got all the ability, hasn't he? But the guy is made of glass. He's just made of glass. It's a real shame because he's. So it's a strong lineup from. It's a strong lineup from Liverpool. Yeah, he is too fragile. He had a period though, didn't he? Was it last season or the season before where he was absolutely flying, and he was really starting to, push for a place in the England squad. He was in the England squad. It's just a shame that he can't seem to stay away from the injuries. That's the downside, really. Apologies for the video quality today. I mean, it's okay, but it's not as good as it was yesterday. For some reason, it's not allowing me to connect my other camera. Oh, what have I done? I've just pressed the button. I've knocked my match off. Right, here we go. We're about to kick off. Here comes Shawnee Dyche. You always, Roy. We're going to try and win the game today. That's my Shawnee Dyche impression. He always sounds like he's got a permanent bad throat. And we are off. Game is kicked off. Everton. Long ball. Yeah, if Everton hadn't have had the points deduction, they would have been safe and sailing. Probably in the top half of the table, actually. If they hadn't have had their points deductions. Dwight McNeil puts a strong foot in there. Nothing too tasty yet. We've got Trent Alexander-Arnold playing out wide right. It looks like an advanced midfield position. The two centre-backs for Liverpool play really far apart from each other. I've noticed that in the last couple of games I've watched for them. You just need someone with a bit of pace, but I'm not sure that Everton have that in their locker. I'm not convinced they have any pace. Doucouré's got a little bit of pace about him, hasn't he? But he's not really the kind of player that makes those darting runs. Here's Núñez on the right wing. A lot of passing the ball forwards and then passing it backwards at the moment. Oh, big diagonal ball in. Pickford comes out and collects it. They had a big debate on TalkSport today about and yesterday about the England goalkeeper situation and who's the number one. And I mean, I know Gareth's gonna pick. He's always gonna pick Pickford. I'm having a few internet issues right now. Typically. But yeah. Not a lot happening at the moment. Games kind of, it's going to be one of them, I think, to start off with. I've got the Wolves and Bournemouth game going on. I'm trying to keep an eye on multiple games here. But I am trying to watch the Liverpool game at the moment. He's liable to make a mistake. He is, but he doesn't actually make that many mistakes that end up leading to a goal. That's one of the things I think that was pointed out today. It could be. Yeah. I need to sign in on here as well, I think. I've got a few issues at the moment. Hang on. Just need to log back in. Stupid thing. Typically, second game starts. I've been testing this stream out all day, and I've had absolutely no issues whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, as soon as the game kicks off, I get issues. Typically. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get that, but it's not many though, is it? I mean, I think if we look at like his overall body of work, I don't think he really concedes that many goals that eventually lead directly to a goal. I think the stats are showing something that he's only had like one of them in the last year or something. Yeah, it's definitely. I think it's definitely a problem. I'm having issues with my internet now, mate. I've lost it. So Everton have a penalty. So I've lost all correspondence right now. I've lost everything. I can't seem to get on the internet now. My home internet has just completely given up. So Everton have got a penalty. I'm reading now. Wow, what a start to the game this is. I think I'm getting the game back on now. It's about to come back on. Oh, typical. It might actually be offside. This is not good. I know that my internet is working because I am live streaming, so I'm thinking it's more to do with the actual stream. Let's try this. Well, we've got VAR check going on now. I've got the game back on. He's going to give offside, isn't he? I can see, yeah. So the internet's gone off anyway. I've seemed to have lost the game. So that's my mum, everyone. come into the room shouting, looking for a jumper. I don't know what the hell is going on with my stream or my internet, just in general. Yeah, it's been giving us offside, I think. Let me just go and check what's going on. Good job, we've got our correspondent Gareth on the case here, letting us know the ins and outs of what is actually going on, because my home internet has just completely failed me. It has given up. And so we've got no goals in any of the matches at the moment, not one of them. So we've got no goals in any of the games at the moment. It's 0-0 in every single match. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with my internet. I'm just going to go and have a look, see if what's going on with one of the other games for a minute. Who else is currently playing? We've got Wolves and Bournemouth. How are they getting on in this game? Currently 0-0 there as well. Their game has been going on a little bit longer. It looks like Wolves are having most of the possession. Just watching this now, nearly 60% possession they've got here on this game. One offside. Although Bournemouth have had 9 shots already and Wolves have only had 2. That's considering they've had far less possession by the looks of it. Yeah. I've just watched a little bit of the game there. It seems as though Wolves are having most of the possession, and a bit like Bournemouth did against Aston Villa the other day. They're trying to use the counter-attack as part of their game plan. Bournemouth are currently looking to try and get their highest finished in the league. My internet has completely done one on me. I've lost all trace of the Everton and Liverpool game. I can't get that one to work at all now for some reason. But I have got the other game on. So I've got Wolves at the moment. Oh, a Liverpool game is back on as well now. Still currently 0-0. We look like we've got a free kick going on now. We've got 11 minutes played in all of them. Jumper in the house that seems to be flummoxing everyone at the moment. Well, this is not going very well for me tonight. We literally have absolutely no internet connection, but for some reason I'm still able to live stream. I'm not entirely sure how that's happening. So you've still got Bournemouth. Yeah, all these games are all still 0-0. We're not getting much happening in any of the games at the moment. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come off of there. We're going to go in here. We're going to log in. Yeah. No, I just don't see a scenario tonight where I see Liverpool not winning this game. I know we were close just to getting what we thought was a penalty for like a split second, but I see a scenario where got the game back on now. Everton with a free kick now in a dangerous position. So we've got a set piece here for Everton now. I said before the game, if Everton were going to have any kind of chance, they were going to have to do it from a set piece. Dwight McNeil. Dwight McNeil whips the ball in. Back post. Ooh. Unlucky. Unlucky. He's going to the far post. It's a bit of a poor header in the end, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's fine, yeah. Yeah, I think I am about a minute behind your stream, Gareth. Oh, it's another. Liverpool are looking for that diagonal ball. Well, we're sort of nearly into the sort of 15-minute mark of the game, and it's still 0-0. So they haven't scored the early goal that I predicted, which Arsenal managed to do yesterday. So that's good news for Everton so far. They don't really seem to have many creative ideas, though it does just seem to be the long ball, and that's it. Although Liverpool aren't really creating too much themselves at the moment, so thank you very much. We got a beer here from the home brew. No, there's no support for Calvert-Lewin. Every time the ball goes forward, there's nothing there. There's no creativity, and there's no one when they're playing that long ball up to Calvert-Lewin. They must have someone near him to be able for him to feed off, but Crystal Palace and Newcastle. Manchester United is still 0-0. Everton are up for it today. Everton seem up for this game. They seem very up for it. Gareth saying here in the chat they've got no creativity. Calvert-Lewin there's headed it straight at the goalkeeper. He needs to try and, no, it was a little bit high, but it would have been good if he could have headed that down towards the floor, but he kind of headed it straight at Alisson, and Alisson then just been able to palm the ball away. Right, we're 14 minutes in. Match stats so far: 4 shots to Everton, 2 to Liverpool. Only the 1 shot on target for Everton. No shots on target yet for Liverpool. That is surprising for the first 17 minutes of this game. I've got to be honest, because I genuinely thought it was going to be all Everton right from the start. All Liverpool right from the start. They've come out with a real energy. Who is going to score the first goal? Who is going to score that all-important first goal? Everton, the crowd are starting to make some noise. They're making it as hostile as humanly possible. You've got to enjoy that. Dominic Calvert-Lewin does look up for it. And he's been fouled there by McAllister this time. So that's a couple of fouls now on Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Just keeping abreast of all the other games at the moment. We've got no goals in any of the other matches. That's another diagonal ball to a back post for Everton. That certainly seems to be the tactic for them. If they're going to get any joy, it's going to be that. What they've got to be careful of is not overcommitting too many players forward, though. That's the issue they're going to have. Liverpool now moving forward. Diaz knocks it back. I'm just looking at the stats here for the Manchester United, Sheffield United. Manchester United. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, Pickford. What you do? Man United have had 80% possession so far in this game. In their game, they've had 5 shots to 2, 2 on target to 1. But no goals as of yet. The Everton crowd are getting on it here. They are loud. They're really getting behind their team today. Here comes Nunez. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle from Godfrey. That is a brilliant tackle. McAllister loops one over to Nunez again. There's another great tackle from Tarkowski. This time conceding a corner. Whew. Can they keep up this tempo? That's the question. Can they keep up this tempo? He is onside just. Only just. Here we go. We've got a goal in the Wolves game. I'll tell you who has scored that in just a second after we watch this corner coming in here for Liverpool. And it's an easy clearance. No Liverpool shirt in the middle there. Well, it is currently 1-0. Semenyo has scored for Bournemouth. It's 1-0 to Bournemouth against Wolves. So we've got 1-0 Bournemouth. No goals in any of the other games yet so far this evening. And interestingly for Bournemouth, that puts them up to 10th above Brighton. Considering how much everybody raved about Brighton at the beginning of the season and how De Zerbi was the best thing since sliced bread. Interesting. Oh, that's a foul, but the referee's going to wave play on. Everton are on the counter-attack. Oh, such a lack of pace in this side. Decore plays the ball off. He's done well there to gain. They've now got the ball much further up the field. That was the problem with Everton, is they just don't have the pace on the counter attack. Here we go, Everton. Decore. No, nice bit. I was about to say nice bit of football there, but they gave the ball away again. One of my friends is actually at the game. He just texted me to tell me he's at the match, and he says the Everton fans are very loud right now, making lots of noise. Okay, here we go. So, Everton, what are you doing there? Why are Everton trying to play the ball out from the back? They're not that kind of team. Just do what you're good at. Get the ball up to your big guys up top. Let them hold the ball up and just get up the field and help them. It's about winning games now for Everton. It's not about trying to play fancy football. Just get it out. Calvert-Lewin has been penalised. Has been fouled again by Konate. He's causing Liverpool problems at the moment. Pushed him in the back. How high did Calvert-Lewin jump then? That's why they need to play that ball up to him. And then but the problem is they need a runner off of him so he can get the flick-ons. But at the moment, they just don't have that at all. It's still 0-0 in the other games, except for Bournemouth and Wolverhampton Wanderers, where Bournemouth are currently winning that game 1-0. What's your predictions, guys, for Manchester United versus Sheffield United tonight? I mean, the stats would suggest 83% possession to Manchester United. It would suggest that Man U should be winning this game, but as it stands right now, it is still 0-0. There's another foul here. Liverpool are giving away a lot of free kicks. Oh, 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 come on. Oh, they've put the ball in again. Oh, Godfrey. Oh, the ball's bounced out. Braithwaite. Calvert-Lewin. It's in. Wow. We've got an Everton goal. Wow. Oh my God, look at the scenes. It's absolute limbs in the home end. Unbelievable scenes. Whose goal was it, though? Was it Dominic Calvert-Lewin's or was it Braithwaite's? I can't actually... Let's have a look. Please don't say he's offside again. Nope. Nope, he cannot be offside. No, Calvert-Lewin tries to put the ball over the line just to make sure, but definitely not. Wow. They're checking it for offside. It's not offside. It's not offside. You can see it clearly. You can see that's onside. Why? He's not offside. He's clearly onside. You can see. I think it's Kanata that's playing him on. He's onside. He's onside. The goal stands. The goal stands. Wow. What they're checking for now? What? God, what the hell? It's like they try their best. Everton will lead by 2-1 today. Gareth is looking very excited. Jasmine is bringing you some luck, I think, mate. I think that's what's happening. Yes, and there's the crowd going wild again. There's no way you can disallow that. I mean, come on. Let's get VAR is absolutely ridiculous. It was a correct decision. I said you could see it straight away. So I don't understand why it's taken them so long to check it. Don't get that at all. Everton have really come out to poop all over Liverpool's parade today. Wow. Wow. They're getting bullied at the moment from set pieces. Oh, what a ball. Oh, Liverpool whipping a ball in the box there. Everton get it clear. Pretty much pumped up to absolutely nobody, though. It's coming straight back at them. Man United and Sheffield United is still 0-0. Crystal Palace and Newcastle is still 0-0. This is going to be an interesting game. Not what I was expecting. Roniwa, are you watching the game yourself? Are you watching it right now? Gareth's ras. Just Everton have really come out strong in this half. Liverpool haven't created anything yet, really. Nothing at all of any significance. I haven't seen Pickford had to make any saves yet. That looked like a foul there by Calvert-Lewin, but he's got away with it. Everton get the ball clear as far as Van Dijk. He's now just going to bring it straight back at them. Will the Manchester United crowd start getting restless in their game? It's all right keeping possession, but it's what you do with the ball that matters. So we got Salah now whipping a ball in. Everton are winning every single header. Every time that ball goes in the air, Everton are winning the ball. Every time. Liverpool's title hopes are in trouble here, guys. Ball falls to Nunez in the box. At the moment, Everton just seem to be able to get it clear every time. Oh, good God. Nunez. It's ball. They're just playing ping pong at the minute in the middle of the pitch. It's going backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Not really a lot happening there. All the other games still. So we got Bournemouth half time now against Wolves. Bournemouth and Wolves is 1-0. Just that goal by Semenyo. Crystal Palace Newcastle still 0-0. Looks like a pretty even game there, although it does say actually Crystal Palace have had 58% possession. Been playing well of late, Crystal Palace. Last couple of results have been pretty good. Alexander-Arnold. It's just hopeful crosses at the moment from Liverpool rather than anything meaningful. They're not creating any little sort of 1-2s or anything like that near the edge of the box. It's all just pump the ball diagonal, then pump the ball in the box. And that's pretty much, oh my God, we've got a goal in one of the other games. You lot are not going to believe it. But Manchester United are currently losing to Sheffield United. I just said they've had 82% possession. Oh my God, guys. Man United are... Oh, here we go. Oh, what a save from Pickford. What a save. Man United are losing 1-0 to Sheffield United. What is going on at that football club? They've had 82% possession. They've had 11 shots to Sheffield United's 3. And it is 1-0 to Sheffield United. Jayden Bogle with a goal. Wow. Wow. None of these games are going to plan today. Liverpool are just rushing everything. They need to calm down. They're rushing everything. It was definitely onside. Pickford has to save it, and he does. He sort of gets his angles just right. Hits the ball straight at the keeper. He saves the ball with his legs. Similar to the one that Nicholas Jackson missed yesterday. Just hit the ball across the goal. Why are you hitting it straight at the goalkeeper? Wow. Bruno Fernandes will start having a strop. So, yep, absolutely. Everton. That was a free kick, referee. Come on, he's giving it. Wow. And he's been shown a yellow card, Van Dijk. The news of Sheffield United winning has just got through to Gary Neville at this game. They have been physical, Everton, and they have really roughed Liverpool up. And they're doing a great job of doing it, though, in a competitive manner. It's not dirty, but it's forcing Liverpool to get really frustrated. And they're lashing out. They need to calm down. At the moment, they're lashing out and rushing things. They need to calm themselves down. What is going on with Man United? If they lose to Sheffield United, who, let's face it, really haven't beaten anyone this season, he's not going to survive, is he? Surely he's not going to survive in the job. You can't lose to Sheffield United. They have to pull that back and win. They have to. It's unbelievable. I've got to screenshot that. Literally 16.6% possession they've had. Wow. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Can't believe that. I can't get over the other score in the other game. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everton are just sitting deep. See, I don't like this though. They're just booting the ball long and the ball's coming straight back at them. Everton had a passage of play where they were starting to just keep the ball for a little bit, and my friend who's at the Liverpool game is texting me at the moment. Yes, Ultra Res, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, I've got friends in my group chats at the moment and it's going off in the group chats. I've got lots of Liverpool and Manchester United fans in my friends group. He doesn't look good. He's gone down injured. Nikolenko, I think. Is that his name? He looks in a lot of pain. He looks in a lot of pain. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. If it's an ankle, I don't want to see it. They've shown him going over his ankle. I don't want to see that. Why do they think? Gareth, why do they think that we need to see this in slow motion, man? Why? He's not going to carry on, I don't think. I think he's going to have to come off. I think he's going to have to come off here. Is it just the initial shock of the injury? Yeah, it looks like Ashley Young's going to come on and not give away 3 penalties. Gareth, did anybody see the interview that Ashley Young did after the game? Obviously, Nottingham Forest were feeling very aggrieved that they hadn't had at least 2 or 3 penalties in that game. Yeah, no, Gareth, they've shown it. I don't want to see it. I don't understand why we want to see that. No one needs to see that. No, go away. Look, I don't want to see it. I'm looking away. And then the commentator's telling me to look at that. I don't want to see it. He's walking off the pitch, though. He's walking off the pitch. And he's even trying to run. Oh, what a guy. Look, what a guy. If he comes back on after that, what a guy. He won't be coming on second half, though. Yeah, Gary Neville's just took the words out of my mouth. At half time, that will seize up. I don't think they should risk it though, man, because sometimes the adrenaline of the game, you can get through it, but you're just doing more damage to it. Liverpool now are looking like they're knocking the ball around the 18-yard box at the moment. He's come back on the pitch. Wow. I thought he was done. Uh-oh. Oh, what a save again. Wow, what a save again. That's a couple saves. All of Liverpool's chances seem to be coming at that post, at that side. And I think as long as they keep coming from there, I think Pickford's good. I think he's all right. In comes the corner from Robertson. Goes through everyone. And that's John. Yep. And his ankle can't be too bad because he's just cleared the ball 40 yards. Yeah, he'll be coming off at half time. If he can get through to half time, I think if he can get through to half time, he will have done well. Okay, here we go. So, Liverpool lumping the ball forward again. Oh, the bad first touch. Salah again. Oh. Liverpool's front line at the moment looked like they couldn't hit a barn door from 3 yards away. Like, Salah's first strike was awful. Hits it straight at an Everton defender. And his follow-up strike was even worse. He sticks it in row Z. Oh, no. Oh, Harry Maguire as well. So, a Premier League goal-scoring record has been broken for the whole season already. We've still got games left. 1,085 goals. And yet, people keep saying VAR is causing too many goals to be disallowed and we're not getting as many goals. Well, that's kind of squashed that theory, hasn't it? So, Man United is 1-1. Still doesn't excuse the fact that they went 1-0 down, having dominated possession for so long. Just shows how fragile their defence is at the moment. And their attack when their centre-back scoring the goals. So they've got a centre-back scoring goals, but they can't defend. It's incredible. Man United now joint level on points with Newcastle. Newcastle can pull away from them a little bit if they can get a goal in their game. But at the moment, Crystal Palace and Newcastle all level. Just looking the stats on their game at the moment. Lord Maguire says ultra res. I take it you're a Manchester United fan. I tell you one thing about Harry Maguire, though. He was the only player that showed any kind of class after the game against Coventry with the way he went over to the Coventry players. And you could see him consoling them and shaking their hands. So he earns respect. It's half-time in the Crystal Palace game. That game is currently 0-0. Everton and Liverpool here in this game that I'm watching. 46 minutes with an added 6 minutes. Oh, my God. Everton on the break. Dwight McNeil. Oh, but it does very well to hold the ball up. Soon. Oh. They're just... Do you know what? I said this to a Man United fan. I've got a friend who's a Man United fan who can't stand Scott McTominay or Harry Maguire. And I said I would take Scott McTominay. I think a lot of teams would take Scott McTominay. No, oh, you're just a neutral. Yeah, I mean, I've made no secret of it so far on this channel across yesterday and today. I'm an Aston Villa fan, but at the moment, I think Scott McTominay's the only player I'd want as a squad player because the guy, you know what you're getting from him. You're not getting a bit like, not as good as, but a bit like Darren Fletcher. You kind of knew what you was getting with him. You get a hard-working individual who's gonna do his best, and that's what the main thing you ask really from a player. Oh, Everton playing some nice football, but Decore's offside. Wow. Wow. Everton fans will be asking themselves why they haven't been playing like this all season. They can clearly do it. Liverpool back on the attack again. Another ball lumped into the box. Liverpool aren't really playing anything with any kind of precision at the moment. It's very much just put the ball in the box. Trent Alexander-Arnold hovering. Yeah, McTominay for Scotland is class. Apparently, the Manchester United, the Sheffield United goal was actually scored because of a huge Onana blunder. Here we go. Oh, Szoboszlai, Salah. Oh, what a tackle. It does feel like a goal is coming from Liverpool, but Everton are fighting. That's another good save from Pickford. They are defending for their lives right now. Wow. Yeah, they have fallen off, but they are dominating this game right now in terms of possession and in terms of pressure that they're putting on Everton. They are kind of really pushing the envelope here. They just cannot get past this really stubborn Everton team as it stands at the minute. Will I take a Birmingham jersey? I would take a Birmingham jersey. I will take a poop all over it, and then I would throw it in a bonfire. That's what I would do with a Birmingham jersey. Aren't they going into League One soon? Liverpool have turned the screw in the last few minutes. Feels... Oh, they're trying to claim an handball, are they? Oh, get away with you, McAllister. He's asking for a handball. The ball clearly hit him square in the middle of the chest. He's still playing on with that injured ankle, though. Fair play to him. Ball comes in. Yeah, we've still got to do the business. Villa have still got to do the business. We've still got games to play. I'll be honest with you, I don't know whether finishing in Champions League spot is the best thing for us right now in our development. I think maybe us finishing in Europa League would probably be better because at least we'd have a chance of doing something in that tournament. I think unless we find some unbelievable signings from somewhere, it's half time here. What a game. What did I say before the match? I said Klopp has never lost a game at Everton, and Everton are doing everything in their power to make this a game for Klopp to remember. Can they keep it up, though, for an entire second half? That's the question. Yeah, if we can get the Champions League money, then, you know, hopefully, yeah, Emery will do everything he can to keep us going. And he does seem to manage the squad really well, even with all the massive injuries we've had. Gareth says, we won the first half. He'll take that. Gareth, you should come and jump on and have a quick chat with me. If you fancy it, I'll send you a link. You can come on and have a chat. Maybe Jazz can give us her take on the first half of Everton-Liverpool derby game, Merseyside derby. Wow. First half of football around the grounds then, guys. We've got Bournemouth 1. So we've got Wolves 0, Bournemouth 1, Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 0, Everton 1, Liverpool 1, and Man United 1, Sheffield United 1. Crazy. Crazy. Can Everton hold on? Do we think... Oh, well, yes, we're going to get a guest on the show, guys. We are going to get a guest. This is Klopp's last Merseyside derby going shite. Yep, it's all gone a bit to pot, hasn't it? Let's get Gareth in here. He's an Everton fan. Everton, I've sent you the link on WhatsApp, Gareth. I've sent you the link in WhatsApp. So you can jump in there, come and give us your thoughts. Absolutely unbelievable. Football at the moment and some of the results are absolutely crazy. Okay, hang on a minute. Is he coming on? I think we're going to have a guest coming on the stream. Here he is. Oh, what's going on?
I don't know. It's bedlam. I'll tell you what, we've really dug in. We've just made it desperately uncomfortable for them and as awkward as possible. My fear is that we're just going to run out of steam. And it was kind of showing at the end of the first half. They were really turning the screw there.
Yeah.
Pickford came up with a couple of incredible saves, some amazing blocks from the defenders. I think Garner threw himself at the ball at one point and blocked a shot from coming in.
He did.
Tarkowski's putting himself on the line, despite the fact he's running around on one leg. We're really backs to the wall and we're digging in. But with the class that Liverpool have, I find it difficult to see how we'd actually manage to sustain that for another 45 minutes, if I'm honest.
In the clearer chances that Liverpool have had, though, the finishing has been absolutely woeful.
So, okay.
Well, there's been a couple of good saves, but
yeah,
they have pretty much been straight at him, though. And they all seem to be coming from an angle.
They have, but he's had to make himself big. He's still a job to do, and that's what he's there for. If you were going to be hypercritical, you would say that perhaps the striker should have put it across the goal.
It was like the Nicholas Jackson one yesterday.
Yeah. Just send it across the goal, make it difficult for him, but they've not done that. Maybe they're panicking slightly in attack, and they're thinking, we really need to do something quickly because we're getting a little bit humiliated here. Because let's be honest, there is a gulf in class between the two teams. But one thing that Everton has always had is strong work ethic, and the fact that they will do their level best to run for 95 minutes.
Sean Dyche's team, though, isn't it?
Sean
Dyche's team.
It is, and they have that ethic about them. But to sustain, if that level of the way the first half finished, if that level of pressure starts at the very beginning of the second half from Liverpool, we won't sustain that. We'll concede 2, maybe 3 goals in the second half quite easily because we can't sustain that amount of pressure for another 45 minutes.
Ultra Rez says that Nunez is the 12th man of Everton.
I personally think, and many people will disagree with me, I'm sure, I personally think he's actually a little bit overrated anyway. He's come in with a huge amount of hype, and I don't think he's an elite target man by any stretch of the imagination.
He's not a natural finisher, is he?
He's really not. And I don't think there's a huge fear factor that surrounds him as a striker. I think Pickford's kind of had him in his back pocket a little bit. I mean, you watch Neville score a hat-trick in the second half, but I do think he is overrated, in fairness. I do.
Do games like this not infuriate? Well, they infuriate me as a football fan because you look at that performance in the first half, and Everton really haven't done much wrong at all.
No.
And then you're thinking, well, you're doing that against a team that's trying to win the title. Where's that performance level each week?
And I think that's the sort of mystique that you get from a Merseyside derby. I honestly do, and I think there's a lot to be said for that. And people talk about derbies all around the world, Madrid, Barcelona, the Manchester derby, Manchester, Liverpool.
So,
Liverpool.
Just watching the replay of your goal
Mm.
Allison has had an absolute night. Is it Allison in goal?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
isn't he?
yeah. He kind
He's
of
had an
drops. The ball just sort of
absolute,
squirmed under his body, didn't it?
absolute mare he's had there. That is awful. Apparently, Onana has dropped an absolute another clanger in the Man U Sheffield United game for the goal they scored. What's going on with Manchester United? I mean, they've had 80 odd percent possession
Mm.
and come off at half time at 1-1. I mean,
They're just desperately inconsistent, though, aren't they? And
they can't
the,
defend.
they can't, and that's a major issue. And there's so much pressure on that club, um, because for forever and a day, it's very much been the mentality of we are Manchester United and we do what we want.
But Sheffield
And in
United
recent
don't beat
seasons, that's
anyone.
been so far from the truth and so
Yeah.
far from the case. And if I'm honest, I think they kind of don't like it. I think it's squashing their ego a little bit. You only have to look at the way Anthony reacted after the Coventry game and the way he's running off, cupping his ears. It was appalling. And what you said before about Maguire's response to the Coventry players,
Yeah.
he all he did was cover himself in class at the end of that game, frankly. And
Yeah, it
and
did.
and
Yeah.
he showed what he's like above and beyond being a player, because that goes into a different area then, I think.
Do you think, though, as well, that's probably more to do with the fact that Harry Maguire has come from sort of a lower level initially in English football and he understands what the FA Cup's about a little bit more than the
Yeah, I
foreign
do,
boys?
100%. But I also think you also have to lend a little bit of credence to the fact that Maguire has been through the mill over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
People have been calling his name like mud for the past couple of years, saying he can't do this,
He
he
shows
can't
great
do that,
character.
he's terrible, he's this, he's that, he's the other. Admittedly, he's not been particularly strong for Manchester United. But you look at him pull on an England shirt,
He's a
and
good
he's
defender. He's a good
he
defender.
is.
He's just not a
You,
Manchester United defender.
no, and that's exactly it. When
Like if
he's in
he'd
an
have gone,
England shirt,
if he'd have gone to West Ham, I think he'd have done a good job there.
yeah, I agree with you. I
You get
agree
less
because
pressure.
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
We got Bournemouth. Bournemouth and Wolves is the other game. I mean, it's kind of a nothing game, people say, but Bournemouth, if they finish in the top 10, it'll be their highest place finished
Mm,
in the Premier League ever,
yeah,
apparently. And the
yeah,
difference in terms of the money from finishing ninth to 10th is it's like it's huge.
yeah,
Finishing 11th to 10th it's a massive difference. And they're now 45 points. They're not a million miles away. They're only 6 points behind United.
yeah, yeah. You look at the way that club's come on, and it's quite incredible. And if they do manage to get that cash injection because of finishing, one or two
Top half of
spots
the
higher in
table,
the
yeah.
Premier League, it makes a massive difference to a club of that size. You,
Hmm.
you look at a Manchester City, for example. It's small change. It doesn't really
That's
make
nothing.
any difference
Yeah,
whatsoever. But to a club like Bournemouth, to have an increase like that from one or two Premier League positions from further down
yeah.
makes a huge difference to them. It really does.
Yeah, so we like Gareth's going to be coming on more of these with me eventually. We're going to do a little podcast, hopefully during
We are.
the international. Hopefully during the
Euros.
internationals, we're going to have the Euros. Yeah, we're gonna get. Do you know what? I keep calling it the World Cup. I've been saying World Cup all week to everyone. I've like
The
it's
World
not
Cup
the
of
World.
Europe.
It's the World Cup of Europe, yeah, which is basically where all the best teams are anyway. It's basically, you
Well,
know,
I wouldn't quite
other than
suggest
other
that.
than
But
other than Emi Martinez winning the World Cup for
I was
Argentina.
going to say you might have Brazil and Argentina that might argue with a little bit there, but
I don't think Argentina were that good in the World Cup. They won a lot of games on penalties. They took a lot of penalties during in games. Martinez saved a whole bunch of penalties during that tournament. I just
I
don't
think
think
what
they were that great. Martinez hadn't have made some of the most ridiculous saves you ever seen in the last minute of that game. Was it against France? I
yeah,
mean,
but
I mean,
but you know what? That's the whole beauty of it being a team game, isn't it? And
yeah,
yes, Martinez was absolutely stellar in that final. Especially, I think it was about a minute before time, or in
yeah.
actual fact, it might have been
The one
he
where he stuck
blocked
his
that,
leg
and then
out.
Argentina went down the other end and scored.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think you've also got to take into account the fact that, admittedly, a lot of his goals did come from penalties, but Messi was absolutely stellar in that tournament because of
yeah.
the way that
The
not
whole
not
team
not
was, to be fair.
they were, but he was incredible. For someone of, you might argue, aging years for a
He's,
professional
he's, he's
footballer.
not that old though, is he? He's only 34.
But in terms of what you consider to being at an elite level as a professional footballer, you
Yeah.
think somewhere between
Yeah.
the ages of maybe 27 and 30. He's 34 years old. He made Guardiola look like a schoolboy at points, and Guardiola is an exceptional defender.
Yeah.
He turned him inside out, and he put him on
Yeah.
his backside. He didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I think when you factor it in, and people always say about Messi, and that they look at his goals and say, oh, he doesn't score this and he doesn't score that. It's not about his goals for Messi. He can take 2 or 3 players out of an opposing team within seconds. That frees up other people around him to score the goals instead. It's his team play that makes such a massive difference, and
Yeah.
it made such a difference to that Argentina team. I personally believe it really was almost looking at a reincarnation of 1986
Yeah.
when Maradona carried that
Yeah.
Argentina team to the World Cup
Sorry,
and to
Gareth.
victory in the World
Sorry,
Cup
my
final.
dad has started brewing.
Oh, nice.
He's
Good.
just handed me another one of his beers.
Hand it over.
So
Yeah,
today's show is sponsored by. What did you say you were going to call your beer?
Dead man's finger.
Dead Man's Finger. Hang on,
I
isn't
like
that
it.
already? Isn't that already
That's
a thing?
that's one already.
Isn't that's already a thing? There's already
That's
that
a
one.
whiskey.
Yeah, no, it's a rum.
Finger.
It's a
Oh,
rum
it's
in
a rum.
it.
Yeah.
It's a rum. Yeah, yeah.
Man, stinky finger.
Old man stinky finger. He just said. So Ultra Res in the chat as well, getting involved, says Argentina did have a good amount of luck during that World Cup, which they did. I think you need that. And he's
Of course you do.
He hates Dibu. That character is cocky. Do you know what? I'm a Villa fan, right? And I must admit, if I wasn't a Villa fan, I would probably hate him too. but I just love him. I absolutely love him. He's just brilliant. Do you know what though? If you're gonna be cocky as a character, you've got to be able to back it up.
Got to back it up, man.
And he does constantly. He's always backing it up. Like even in the game we played against Bournemouth the weekend, before we went 2-1 up, the guy made 3 brilliant saves again. And he just keeps doing it. And these beers, by the way, that my dad's made are really nice. They're actually really good. The only problem is he's made about 36 bottles and we're getting down them really quick. That's the only issue. Right, we've got a couple of games that have kicked back off. Crystal Palace, we haven't even mentioned that game. Newcastle have kind of fallen off a cliff, although they have found some form recently. Crystal Palace have started playing really well because they've actually got a full fit front line, which is their front line when it's fit is actually quite scary. But I think they're going to lose probably 2 of those 3 players in the transfer window.
Right, second half is starting. I'll catch
Right,
you
we're
in a bit.
off. Yeah, they're just coming back out now on my end. So yeah, right, Gareth, good luck. What's your predictions? Come on,
Fingers crossed.
Be positive.
If I'm brutally honest with you,
I think Jazz is going to bring you luck today.
well, I'm
And that's
hoping
what's
so, but I've got to be honest. I've got to be pragmatic about it. I think 2, maybe 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh, he's giving in. He's got no hope.
I think the first 15 minutes of this second half will tell a lot, and that's the pace with which Liverpool start with.
I
And
thought these
if
were
they
going
are
to
as
start like
relentless-
Arsenal did.
Well, if they're as relentless at the start of the second half as how they finished the first half, Liverpool will win the game.
Okay, you heard it here, guys. Yeah, you heard it here. Right, Gareth, I'll speak to you again later on.
See you in a bit.
Enjoy the rest of the game.
Will do. Thanks, mate.
See you in a bit, mate. Well, there you go. That's our resident Everton fan, Gareth Millward. Right, the Everton game is kicking back off now. Just getting down this beer. Sheffield United is it. I must admit, I like the fight that Luton have showed this season. Not necessarily so much quality, but a lot of fight. I think it's looking like now they are done. Burnley have just found a little bit of form just at the right time, I think, as well. Yeah, Salah has been off it. I think he's gonna leave, and I think it's affecting him. I think he knows he's gonna leave, and I think that's affecting him as his performances. Oh my God, it's 2-1 to Sheffield United. 2-1 to Sheffield United. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm watching the wrong game. I'm watching the wrong game. Sheffield United are beating Manchester United. It is now 2-1. Unbelievable. Right, Liverpool have come out. Flying. I'm just going to find out who scored the goal. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Come on, Manchester United. What is... It's 1-1 as well at Wolves. Wolves have equalised. He-Chan has scored for the Wolves. If Eric Ten Hag loses this game and isn't sacked, he's the luckiest man alive, I think. Wolves are 1-1 now with Bournemouth. It's still... I can't believe that. Ben Brereton Diaz has scored for Sheffield United. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What the fudge? Liverpool have got a corner, though, in this game. This is the one that we're watching. We're keeping an eye on all the other games. My dad has just texted me back to say that Manchester United will probably score a 150th minute winner. Suggesting that they get some extra minutes. Are we there, Dad? Wow. Unbelievable. What is going on? The news hasn't fed through. It has now. Sheffield United do not beat anyone. Gary Neville has suddenly gone very quiet on this game. Can't believe that. I honestly cannot believe that. That is unbelievable. I don't think he will get... Oh, hang on. Wolves game is now back to 1-0. The Wolves equaliser has been ruled out by VAR. So it is back to 1-0 to Bournemouth. Ultra-Res, what we're saying? Everton are just... Whoa, look at this for a bit of skill. Is that Harrison? Harrison went on a right run then. Rashford just can't be bothered, mate. He just cannot be bothered. Wolves' goal has been scrubbed off. It's back to 1-0 there. I'm amazed they haven't disallowed both of Sheffield United's goals, to be quite honest with you. It's at Old Trafford as well. Oh. The Man U fans must be absolutely sick of this. I mean, I'm getting sick of it for them now. And I don't particularly like Man U, but as a footballing institution, Man United, when I was a kid, I don't remember them being world-class footballers. In fact, they used to win a lot of games in the very last minute of games, so they weren't always battering teams. It was often they'd win 2-1 in the 92nd minute. But they outworked everyone. They outworked every team they played. Out-battled, out-everything. It's just not good enough from United. It really isn't. They just cannot defend. Can't wait. Yeah. Wow. Apparently, Onana had absolutely no chance with that one. It's Crystal Palace 1-0 against Newcastle. Mateta has scored. Mateta has scored against Newcastle. Newcastle have kind of having a funny season as well at the moment. Newcastle are 6th from 50 points. 10 points behind Tottenham. Level on points with Manchester United. Had an opportunity to pull away from Man United today. But they haven't taken it. Man U are now only 3 points ahead of Chelsea. And considering everyone was absolutely slamming Chelsea for having the most awful season with their young team. Oh, that's a good cross in for Liverpool. This Premier League season is crazy, guys. It's the thing is, if Wolves actually were to win this game as well, they would then go above Bournemouth. This is so tight, the league. It's so tight. Keeping my eye on all the games, but we've got a corner here for Liverpool. We've got a corner coming in to get whips in. Everton get it clear. McAllister, edge of the box. Another block. Oh, well done. Oh, well done, Idrissa Gueye. The Everton crowd sound really up for this game, guys. Mate, they should be. They should be. We've respect to Sheffield United. Now I've got a family member who's related to me through my auntie Joe's nephew, Cameron Archer, who was at the Villa. He's now playing at Sheffield United. With the greatest respect to Sheffield United, Man United should be going and playing at Old Trafford today and walking all over Sheffield United. That it should be a non-contest. But at the moment, it just seems that anyone can go there and they fancy their chances at getting a result. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, he's gone for one. He's never going to score that. What's he thinking? Yeah, I wonder how Pep Guardiola would get on, considering he's made out to be the world's best coach. I don't think he is, I think Pep Guardiola has only ever managed great players. And I think the thing is with Pep Guardiola, he's actually a really great manager of egos. His tactics are great, but it's really easy to come up with tactics when you've got the world's best players. Yes, it has been the most competitive. It's been brilliant. It's been really good. Like, we're still battling for fourth place. There's battle for the title. There's a battle for... I don't know what's going on. Oh, what's Robertson done there? Wow. I don't know what's going on with my audio, but all of a sudden my audio is like a second or so in front of what I'm watching. He's offside, which has spared his blushes. Guys, we are streaming this on Facebook and YouTube today. We've got a few people watching on both. If you could hit the like and subscribe button. This is a new channel. It would help me out getting it going. I am going to do some fancier stuff. I'm working on trying to get a timer. I'm working on trying to get the scores across the top. I'm working on a bunch of things to try and make this whole thing look a bit more professional. I do intend to get guests on the show as well. So if you want to be a guest on the channel, I would like to get guests on. Ultra Res, sorry. Do you think England will win the Euro because Southgate is... No, I don't. I don't think we will. I don't think we will, because I think to win any tournament, you've got to have a good defense and a great goalkeeper. And I don't think we've got a very good defence at all. Unless he plays the right people. I think if he plays John Stones and Ezri Konsa at centre-back together, I think then there's half a chance. Oh, Decore's... He's got one more to take on. He's through. Can he carry on? He's played the ball out wide to Harrison. Idrissa Gueye doesn't get the contact on it. Oh, sorry, I've just suddenly sounded like an Everton fan then. I'm trying to remain impartial in these games, but I do like it when an underdog wins. Gareth, I think I might have to agree. I think if I could pick any of the squads, when I listen to the pundits saying England should win it because of this, they've got the best squad in Europe, in the world, blah 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 blah. I think we've got some of the best attacking players, but do we have the best squad? I don't think so. I think France have got the best squad by a long shot. And I feel sorry, I said yesterday, I feel sorry for Boubacar Kamara at Villa because he would have been going to those Euros if he hadn't have picked up that ACL. They are filled with superstars. The thing with the French team, though, is it just depends with the French, whether they like each other or not. I'd like the Italians to do something as well. Oh, Liverpool are in the box again. Another whipped-in cross. Every single header in this game, I think, has been won by an Everton player. Games are still as they were in the other matches. The French squad is not French, to be honest. No, it never was, to be fair. Oh, Dwight McNeil. Oh, hits one from range. All of a sudden, Gareth, how are you feeling right now, mate? Because Everton are the ones that are taking the game to Liverpool, not the other way around at the moment. That is a great strike. And we've got another goal at Old Trafford. Bruno Moany face. Looks like he's going to cry. Fernandes has scored. Penalty. Wouldn't you just bloody know it? Man United have scored from a penalty. What a shock. What an absolute shock. All right, Everton have got a corner here. Everton have got a corner. Come on, Everton. Oh, what is going on? Gareth has just done a triple back somersault with a pike, landed back on his feet, spun round twice, landed in the splits, got up, done the moonwalk, and he's singing his Everton songs. Wow, wow, wow. Ye had little faith at half time when we chatted. Very little faith. Can you believe Man United have had a penalty as well? Oh, unbelievable. Would Fernandes score any other way if he didn't get penalties? It's 2-2. They're such a lucky team. I swear to God. They're making hard work of it against Sheffield United. But this game, the roof, if there'd have been a roof on the ground, Everton fans will have literally have just taken it off. Wow. Wow. Great header. Good old-fashioned Everton-style goal, that. Now, Liverpool have got to do something now. They've got to do something. Wow, what can Liverpool do now? I mean, I've got to be honest, at this point in the game, the best Liverpool could probably hope for now is a draw. I mean, I just don't see Liverpool creating anything at the moment. They don't seem to be creating any clear chances at all. It's unbelievable. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow night for the Aston Villa semi-final. Cannot wait for that one. Wow. So let's just recap. We got Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Gareth, I'm dead. Is Jasmine going to think that this is how Everton play every week? So we got Bournemouth winning at Wolves. We've got Crystal Palace beating Newcastle at home. We've got Everton beating Liverpool 2-0. Wow. His last Merseyside derby. I said to you, what did I say before the game? I said that Sean Dyche, is the message to his players would have been, this is his last Merseyside derby. Let's go and pee all over their parade. And that's exactly what Everton are doing right now. It's exactly what they're doing. Unbelievable. No spoilers though, guys, in the chat if we can help it. No announcement of goals until we announce it on the channel. Because I realise I'm always behind. Don't ruin it for me. I try not to look at this screen here because that's where the chat is. I've got a screen over here. And I've got a screen over here. Robertson floats it in. Van Dijk. Nothing. Everything's just half-arsed with Liverpool in this game. Everything. Whew. Guys. I need to update my banner with all the excitement going on. I totally forgot. Let me up. Uh-oh. I thought that was a foul. Jack Harrison has been pretty good, to be fair to him. He's been very good. I thought there was another goal at one of the other games then. No, we've still got the same scores. This is unbelievable. This is... Okay, Liverpool are now making 3 changes. Harvey Elliott's coming on. 2-0. Wow. Arsenal will be licking their lips right now. They will be licking their lips. Wow. Penny for that man's thoughts at the moment. I'm looking at Jurgen Klopp right now. Oh! I thought it was 3-0 then. Harrison has managed to wiggle his way through on the edge of the 18-yard box. Liverpool are falling to pieces. Defensively, our defender has just come on. A horrible mistake. Poor control on the edge of the box. Nearly gives away another goal. Calvert-Lewin now he's looking bang up for this. I did say at the beginning of the game, though, the first 10 or 15 minutes, I was like, Everton looked like they're really up for it. I thought Liverpool were going to come out charging, and they just haven't. Gareth, when we had him on as a guest at halftime, said the same thing. Here we go. Set pieces. I tell you what, Liverpool looks so dodgy on set pieces. Decore's still got the ball. Ball comes in the box again. There's an Everton player down on the floor. He's asking the referee a question. I think it's more in hope than anything else. I mean, one more goal, this game's finished. I think Liverpool's title chances are over tonight. Literally licking his lips, Calvert-Lewin there. Sean Dyche is loving this. He is loving this. Yeah, he's loving it. He's loving it. Yeah, it's going to be great. I swear. Ball comes into the box. Alexander-Arnold at the back post has stuck it out for another corner. Calvert-Lewin, he's just bullying players in the box at the moment. He's bullying players. Scores in all the other games are still exactly the same at the moment. Here we've got another corner coming in now from Everton. The Everton corner count must be building up. I want to have a look, actually, how many they've had. Braithwaite could have had a goal there if his shot had been on target. This is unbelievable. The Jules 1 statistic is a really interesting one. Everton are winning nearly 60% of all the ground duels at the moment. Liverpool have had 15 shots to Everton's 13. I don't remember 15 shots. Eight of them were blocked. That makes sense. It's been a low. There's only been one yellow card all game, though. The game has been played in a very good spirit. It's been competitive. It's been physical. Liverpool's so desperate. It's just desperateness now. No one's remaining calm. Liverpool have had 9 corners. Everton have had 4. Man, I think this beer might be stronger than I thought because I must be watching. It feels like Everton have had a lot more corners than that. Oh, here we go. That's a great tackle. Salah was wriggling his way through the box. I can't believe Man United had another bloody penalty. Oh, Sheffield United have just gone close. I've just seen Brereton Diaz, the Chilean international, so close. Oh, could have been 3-2 to Sheffield United. All over the place they are. Oh, bit of a gassy drink I've got here. I just want to check in on the health of Gareth. What is that from Pickford? That's a very unorthodox punch out. Van Dijk is now playing left wing. Nunez on the edge of the box. Ball sprayed out the other side to Alexander-Arnold, and that's a poor ball. And Alexander-Arnold has been woeful today. He's not been very good at all. His delivery has not been anywhere near its usual best. Harvey Elliott, Robertson, Salah at the back post, puts it back in, but it's straight to a blue shirt again. They are winning every single header. Every time Liverpool put the ball in the box, there's no one there to meet it. Literally no one there. This is unbelievable. You're missing some games here, Dad. Everton are beating Liverpool 2-0 in Klopp's last. Oh, hang on. Liverpool have got a chance. Is it the post? Oh, Everton are riding their luck a little bit now, but Liverpool are losing 2-0 still. Manchester United and Sheffield United 2-2. Oh, Man U have had their obligatory penalty, of course. Yeah, because that's the only.
Man United will get the winner in the 150th minute.
150th minute. Yeah. Crystal Palace is still winning and Bournemouth is still winning. Another corner from Liverpool. It's a 10th or 11th corner now, apparently. Oh, yeah, they've had one off the post. Liverpool are getting closer, but every shot they're having is kind of from range, and it's a bit of a half chance. There's no clear-cut chances, and Pickford comes and claims the ball. Does really well there. The Everton fans, look at them. They would absolutely love to piss all over Klopp's bonfire today. his last Merseyside derby. He's won every single away derby game until today. If he loses, this is his last Merseyside derby at Everton, and he's going to lose it. And he's never lost there before. He's won every single game. It's just football, isn't it? It's typical football for you, this.
He said he'd want to piss on his fire, wouldn't he?
I said before the game, didn't I? Yeah. You know for definite that was the message before he went out. It's his last game in charge of Liverpool at this ground. Let's piss all over their bonfire, and so far that's what they're doing. Calvert-Lewin, when he jumps up for his goal, he's about 4 foot higher than any other player. When he's fit, he's such a good player. Right, Wolverhampton Wanderers and AFC Bournemouth are now into the 91st minute of the game. There's been a red card in that game. In the 80th minute, Kirkes has been sent off for Bournemouth. So they've been playing for a good 10 minutes or so now with 10 men, but they're still in the lead. Yeah, Everton would actually already be safe now if they hadn't have had the points deduction. But I still haven't seen this level of performance from Everton before, like today. I feel like this is... Liverpool are still applying the pressure. It's out on the left wing. Robertson, can he cut it back? Oh my God, what was that? The final delivery from Liverpool today is not what you come to expect of this team. It's been pretty poor. It looks as though Sheffield United are having a little bit more possession now in that game. And it still seems like they're getting chances when they're going forward, according to what I'm getting here. I'm trying to keep an eye on a couple of games at a time here. Peter Reid. Dalglish. Well, Arsenal fans, my brother Mike, who's an Arsenal fan, will be licking his lips at this result and hoping that Man City mess up when they play their game. But at the moment, it's Everton's game, this. I can't see Everton losing this now. Liverpool aren't creating anything. If not any, real, you would expect them to. I mean, in the first half, they had a couple of chances, which if they didn't hit them straight at the goalkeeper, could have had a better chance of scoring. But at the minute, nope, nothing. Edge of the box, Harvey Elliott whips in another cross. It's gone deep. Every cross goes to the back post. And Liverpool have knocked it out for a goal kick. It's 73 minutes on the clock now, guys. 73 minutes. We've got just over 17 minutes. 16 minutes now plus stoppages. Looks like the Wolves game is going to finish 1-0. They're in the 94th minute now. Wolves have had a lot of possession by the looks of it. A guy's coming off for Everton now. For Adamu Onana. Big round of applause. Here, he's getting a bit of a size difference between the two players. Is there going to be a winner at Old Trafford? That's the other game I'm sort of half watching. Is there going to be a winner? You know they're going to score in the last minute. They'll probably get another bloody penalty. Robertson, big lump up forward. I don't know why Liverpool keep playing the ball in the air. It's ridiculous because they're not winning any single. They're not winning any headers, yet they keep persisting with playing the long ball. Merseyside is blue, and I rarely ever say that. Well, it is right now, mate. Oh, most goals this season scored between 76 and 90 minutes. Liverpool. If Liverpool get a goal back. Oh, there's been another goal at Old Trafford, and it's Man United. It's Man United. It's 3-2 to Man United. I'm just trying to find out who scored the goal. It looks like it's Bruno Fernandes again. This time, I don't think it's a penalty this time. I think he scored one of them genuine goals. But, man, they were making hard work of it again, aren't they? Oh, I've lost all my audio. Man U are winning 3-2 now. Let's have a look what damage that does to the league table. That puts Man U is still in 6th. It doesn't really change anything at all. Other than Newcastle are down to 7th. Can't see Sheffield United scoring a third. They barely scored any goals at all bloody season. Right, back to this game. 77 minutes gone in this one. The Man United game's a little bit further ahead. It's like 82 minutes, and so is the Crystal Palace Newcastle game. I wonder why this one's further behind. Oh, a little bit of afters, and we've got a Liverpool player rolling around as though he's been took out by a professional sniper. Didn't want to kill him, just wanted to make him bleed out. One of them jobs. Ridiculous, the way they roll around on the floor. And then he gets up trying to act like a hard man as though he's going to fight him. It's just like, you can't roll around on the floor 1 second and then get up and pretend to be tough the next. I hate that. Do they realise how stupid they look? Right, Liverpool, can they do anything to make this game nervy for Everton? Everton are in complete control of this game. At the moment, they're just compacting at the back. They're getting 2 good banks of 4. They're defending in numbers. They're working in little triangles to sort of block out any of the runs. There's a lot of balls coming in. The ball's just fallen to Salah, and he's stuck it in Rosette again. Salah has been utterly useless in this game. Yeah, Gareth, I've seen it, mate. I've seen it. 3-2, Fernandes again. He's probably running around the stadium doing this. Eric Ten Hag will be telling us about how great their character was to come back from being behind against Sheffield United. Feel sorry for that guy. Whatever he says, people are going to take the mick. Everton, a through. Decore crosses it. Harrison at the back post. Just very direct football from Everton. 1, 2, 3 passes and they're forward. And they always seem like they're going to score. Well, they always seem like they're going to create something when they go forward. Liverpool at the moment, they've just lumped another ball forward in the air. It's gone straight to an Everton player who's headed it straight back to his goalkeeper. It's just literally don't understand the logic at the moment with the way that they're thinking. Right, we've got 10 minutes left. Mainu gets his first assist in the Premier League. Can Liverpool do anything now? A draw really wouldn't be enough. Liverpool before this game really had to win every game. I mean, we all know what's going to happen when Man City get their ball rolling. So it's now 4-2 to Manchester United. It's now 4-2 to Man U. Man U have done what they should have done at the beginning of the game, and they're actually putting this one to bed. Liverpool are about to make 2 more changes. Gomez is one of them. I can't see who the other guy is. He's stood behind him at the moment. I mean, it's hardly a surprise, is it? I mean, Sheffield United. Rasmus Højlund has finally scored a goal. Pickford now with the goal kick. We've got 10 minutes left plus stoppage time in this game. We're gonna get Gareth back on. We're gonna get Gareth back on after, and he's gonna be wearing a full kit, socks, shorts, t-shirt, everything. I imagine. I would love to see that. I've got to be honest. One of them full kit people. Like, we got 10 minutes left, 9 minutes left on the clock now. Come on. Can Liverpool make this last 10 minutes a little bit more interesting? Because at the moment, Everton have just got 2 banks, a 4, and a bank of 4 and a bank of 5, actually. And they are just working. They've been so disciplined in this game. So disciplined. Another big hopeful ball into the box by Liverpool. And Pickford comes and claims it. This is just not very good from Liverpool. I thought it was 2-0 to Crystal Palace for a second. I don't know whether the goal has been disallowed. I'm sure it said 2-0 a second ago. Yeah, it says 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Mateta has scored again. That's a foul. Is it? I mean, the referee's waved play on. It looked like maybe he did get the ball because the ball did change direction. But he did go through the player as well there. It's 2-0 to, Mateta has scored 2 goals in this game. Great finisher as well. Mateta, I'm just switching over just to have a quick look at that game right now. That's a well-worked goal. That's a good goal. Whew. It's been an interesting couple of days of football, hasn't it, people? This is a bad result for Newcastle. Because Newcastle, if they'd have won tonight, with their goal difference being on 16 and Manchester United's only being 1, +1, they would have been in the Europa place. Oh, dear. Liverpool player who's just come off there, burying his head in his shirt. He knows that the chance has gone today. They need to come up with an absolute miracle now, Liverpool. Everton are not putting a single foot wrong in this game. And now Harrison's winding up the Liverpool players. Liverpool just haven't been good enough. They just haven't been good enough. I mean, they've had lots of possession. But just look at this again, edge of the box. No quality. It's just aimless. Aimless passes into the... It's almost like, well, just hit the ball into the penalty box somewhere, hope it lands to someone's feet and hope that they score. I mean, there's been literally no quality at all in Liverpool's play today. And I don't want to take anything away from Everton because Everton have been... The reason Liverpool have not been able to play very well is because all we're going to hear in the press is Liverpool were poor. But Everton have defended so well. If you're watching this game and you can see the bank of 4 and then the bank of 5 that they're getting back, and they are moving around in these little squares and little triangles, they are just not letting Liverpool play. They're letting the ball go out wide, and I think that Everton are quite happy for Liverpool to put crosses in because they know they're going to win all the chances. Calvert-Lewin has bought himself a free kick there just to buy a bit of time for Everton because they're under a bit of pressure at the moment. But Liverpool aren't making any of this pressure count at all. Sean Dyche, I swear, Everton fans, really, guys, you really need to make sure you show this manager some love because you could have been dead and buried this season with the points deductions and everything else. If Manchester, I've just thought the commentators just made a good point actually. If Man City go to Brighton and do anything other than a win, this title race, wow. The Everton fans. You can hear every word that they're singing on the commentary on here at the moment. You can hear every word. I mean, it is brilliant, and fan banter is brilliant. Oh, wow. Everton, right wing now with Harrison. Ooh, we thought he got a penalty. He's been given a free kick. Crystal Palace game is still going on. Bournemouth, by the way, their game is finished. They beat Wolves away from home. Crystal Palace are about to win a home game against Newcastle. That's 3 wins on the bounce, I think, for Crystal Palace. I'm pretty sure that's right, anyway. Are you drunk yet, Gareth? Coventry City, by the way, have lost 3-2 to Hull. Hull have managed to do in normal time what Manchester United couldn't in the FA Cup. Ashley Young standing over the ball with Harrison, who's going to take this one. 88 minutes. We're almost done here, guys. We're almost done here. Honest comments in the comment section. Get involved. Who is going to win the league now? Gareth Sozzled. Who is going to win the Premier League now? Is it going to be Arsenal or is it going to be Man City? Because I think we can rule Liverpool out now. Unless they have the most miraculous. There haven't really been that many stoppages in this game, so I can't see there being many added minutes. Got the ball on the edge of the box, not doing anything with it. They're going to loop a ball in the box again and give it away. Yep, there you go. Literally, you can predict what Liverpool are going to do at the moment. You could just predict it. It's so predictable. It's a great result for Crystal Palace. Gareth says that City are going to win it. I can't see City winning every game from now till the season, Gareth. I just think that they're looking... of all the teams that are talking about tiredness, Pickford makes another good save from Harvey Elliott. I genuinely can't see Man City winning every game. I thought they should have lost the FA Cup game against Chelsea, but Chelsea can't finish. Ball comes in from the corner from Liverpool. Considering how many corners Liverpool have had, they've created nothing from them. Ball in again. Mo Salah and Everton has done absolutely nothing all game. 5 minutes of stoppage time. I don't think that's going to be enough for Liverpool. Simicast, they're having a moan about something. I'm not sure. As usual, the man of the match has gone to a striker. It's gone to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin has had a very good game. I think Harrison's had a better game. I think Harrison's been good. He's done a lot of work, a lot of tracking back, especially when you think about who he's playing against down that side. You have to do a lot of tracking back because if you don't, he's going to do you. Crystal Palace and Newcastle is now in the 95th minute. So is the Manchester United-Sheffield United game. Everton are still going for it, you know. They're not settling for the 2-0 and just sitting back and defending it. We've got a goal kick here from Liverpool. Oh, Everton are on the counter-attack. Play the through ball. Oh, it's a good tackle that is there. Man United game is now in the 96th minute. Man United seem to be great going forward still. I mean, they score plenty of goals. But they just concede too many, don't they? A lot of work to be done in the summer for them. Another pretty aimless cross coming in from Liverpool. Diaz on the edge of the box. That's an awful tackle. And he gets away with it, does he? He does. Everton just made a foul. Luis Diaz has been booked here. But there was a foul before that from an Everton player. And he just totally got away with one then. Everton... Ashley Young is such a wind-up merchant. He really is such a... He's such a wind-up merchant. He's terrible, isn't he? Calvert-Lewin is being brought off to a standing ovation. Shamiti, if that's how you pronounce it, is coming on for Everton now for the last couple of minutes. This game's finished. We're 3 minutes into 5 minutes of added time. We'll probably get a little bit more for the substitution. But Shamiti of Portugal, I think. Is he Portuguese? He's on the pitch anyway. Shamiti is... No, we won't use poor rhymes. I tell you what, physically, this game has been a game of men v boys. Everton physically have absolutely outmuscled Liverpool in every single department of the pitch today. Work rate has been absolutely short of just brilliant. It's just been brilliant from start to finish. And nothing. Liverpool have got nothing today. Has not gone for them at all. Salah. and Pickford makes a relatively routine save. He has to dive for it, but he gets both hands to it. It was at a good height. Salah hit it on the volley, but he didn't really hit it with any power. Big smile on the face of Jurgen Klopp, rather sarcastically, I feel. I love Sean Dyche. I'm sorry, I really do. I just like him as a bloke. I mean, he hasn't got the funds. He did really well. Manchester United's full time now, so is Crystal Palace. But he's never had a team with any funds. He did really well with Burnley. Managed to get them almost in Europe. I think, did he get them in Europe at one point? Then he managed to keep them in the division for years with literally no money whatsoever. We're now on 96 minutes of 95. Don't know why they're playing any longer. And the whistle's gone. The whistle has gone. Wow. He has never lost a game at Goodison Park in a Merseyside derby until his very last one. Jurgen Klopp will be fuming. That's Liverpool's chances of winning the league, I think, well and truly over. I think now it is a 2-horse race. It is now between Man City and Arsenal. Wow. Gareth, if you're still listening and you've got your link and you want to come on and have the final word, I'm going to be wrapping up this very soon. But if you want to come and have your final word, come and have it now. Wow. Liverpool just had nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. I mean, Everton were brilliant from start to finish. Literally from start to finish. They defended really well. But when they had the ball, they tried to make things happen. It wasn't like they were just happy and content with just getting the draw. Or just playing it out and just trying to upset the game. They actually, they were trying to win that game. Absolutely brilliant from Everton. Right. I'm gonna have to wrap this up now. I'm done for the evening. It's a late one again. Yeah, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Here's Gareth. Here he is.
Hey!
You have little faith.
I think, looking at the form guide going in, you'd say that it was only ever going to be a Liverpool win, especially when you hang on it how much they needed to win to stay in the title race.
No such thing as form in a derby.
I don't know. I think when you look at the positions of the two teams and where they are in the league, I think you can't necessarily discard it. Yeah. But having said that, I think the tone was set early on. We played with such a tenacity and such a pace. We were just at them and in their face from start to finish. I questioned at half time and I said, look, it's going to be very difficult for us to be able to maintain that for 90 minutes. And the way that Liverpool finished that first half, if they'd have started the second half in the same way, we wouldn't have won the game. We'd have lost 2 or 3-1. But
Everton
they didn't. They lost it. They came out in the second half and they didn't have that.
Yeah, Everton were the ones that took it to them at the beginning of the first half. Sean Dyche has predicted exactly what... Do you know what I was really disappointed in, though? Liverpool's play was so poor. It was just aimless ball into the box. It's
pretty predictable, wasn't it?
But they wasn't winning a single header, and at no point did anyone think, do you know what? We need to get the ball on the floor because they're winning all the headers.
And that's something that I don't really understand. If you look at the calibre of player that there is within the Liverpool team, man for man, that is. Yeah. And then you look at Everton's sort of back line. The key is pace and keep it to feet. Don't go in the air with it because we've got a lot of big players in that Everton team. Exactly. And like you say, that they were winning everything in the air. They were good value for all of that. Get it on the floor, pass it around, pass and move. And Liverpool are brilliant at that. but they just never seem to want to adopt that. They just kind of played into our hands a little bit, really.
They literally, it's almost as though they didn't want to win that game. It was really odd. I just thought it was really odd. They were pumping the ball aimlessly into the box. It felt like there was no deliberate style of football to what they were doing. It was just like, let's just pump the ball in the box and hope it falls to someone. And they had a couple of half chances. Pickford makes a couple of good saves.
Pickford had a really good game, actually. He made about 3 or 4 really good saves. Defensively, I think we were excellent. We were so organised. We were all over them in terms of having men in the right position to be able to block shots and what have you. I think defensively we were excellent.
But that's got to be game. That's got to be game over for Liverpool's title hopes now, though. Yeah,
I think so. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. I do still see City winning the league, but that's not because Arsenal would do anything wrong. I think that game in hand will make a massive difference for City, and I can't see them dropping any points, if I'm honest.
Well, even if, okay, so 73. So what are they? 5 points behind Arsenal?
They are 4 points behind Arsenal, but with 2 games in hand. I know, because I'm looking on the screen now. It's just come up on Sky here. They're 4 points behind with a negative goal difference, but four points behind with 2 games in hand.
Here's a prediction.
Go on.
Here's a prediction for you. They're going to lose tomorrow night.
City?
Yeah, they're going to lose to Brighton.
I don't think so.
I've just got a feeling. I watched that Chelsea semi-final against Man City, and the Man City players, I know they talk about tiredness and that, but I don't think the tiredness from the Man City players has come from this season. I think it's a combination of last season and this season with winning the treble. They looked dead on their feet against Chelsea, and if it wasn't for the fact that Chelsea couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo, honestly, Chelsea would have won that game 8 or 9 in that game. It was awful from Man City, and they should have conceded 2 penalties.
So here's an interesting thing, right? And what I would say is a sort of counteract to that. And interestingly, I heard it today on TalkSport. It was Danny Mills talking, and they brought that up, and that they were talking about that and the whole thing about professional footballers being tired and Pep blaming tiredness and volume of fixtures and that sort of stuff. And Danny Mills said no. He says he's not having it at all. He said you feel tired when you're not winning.
Yeah.
When you're not winning games and you're going out there and you're giving everything and you keep losing games, that's when you start to feel tired. I think they perhaps had a hangover from the Real Madrid game.
Yeah. I
think they were feeling tired because of that.
I think you can say that in a regular season, but when you've just come off the back of winning a treble, so when you win a treble, that means you've played, and they almost did the quadruple, remember?
They did.
So they played pretty much every single available game to them last season. And then they're having to do it again the following season with a small break in between, remember, because we had the World Cup as well. So there was very little break. So I don't think it's just this season that's made them tired. I think it's a combination of last season rolling into this season. And they look like they've got some unhappy players. I mean, I think Silva's come out and said he wants to look to move elsewhere. It looks like Jack Grealish is going to be on his bike. They look like there's a couple of disgruntled players in the squad as well.
Maybe there is, but I also think that you need to look. Yeah.
When they're relegated to the National League anyway, it's not going to matter, is it?
That won't happen because they're worth too much money to the Premier League. That's a different conversation.
Are they though, Gareth? This is everyone keeps saying that, but they barely sell out their own stadium. So are they? Are they worth that much to the Premier League?
Yeah, I think they are.
If Man City disappeared from the Premier League, someone else would take their spot and become just as big. Man City's fan base is no bigger than Aston Villa's, mate. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Villa fan, but it just isn't.
I'm not suggesting that would be the case, but it's not necessarily just about selling out the stadium. It's TV revenue, it's sponsorship deals, it's merchandise sales and all that sort of stuff.
Whoever takes their place will get those deals. I mean, it was only 10, 15, 12 years ago that Man City were irrelevant. It wasn't that long ago. Someone else will take their place.
They were down towards the bottom of the table, let's be honest. A few years ago, and they were a very average team a few years ago. I think when you're sort of talking about tiredness and stuff, I think it's...
You're breaking up.
Sorry, mate. I think when you're talking about tiredness, I think it's a wider conversation. You can look back sort of years and years to sort of older players. And I mean, going back to the days of when you got players like Pele and Cruyff and people like that running around, they played ridiculous amount of games during the course of a season. Let's not forget that. And okay,
On
you
shit
can argue
pitches.
that on shit pitches, absolutely, they were cut to pieces. And you could argue the fact that, you know what, they didn't necessarily have the technology and stuff then as what they do now and what have you. But sports science, look at the advancements of sports science now. You know, all right, the game's faster now than maybe what it was then.
They've got
And you
bigger
could argue it's
squads.
physically more demanding, but they've got bigger squads, the advancements in sports science, people telling you what and what not to eat, dietitians, nutritionists, all the rest of it, physios and all that sort of stuff. The scientific
Right,
side
John
of the game
McGinn.
has come on so much. So I don't
John McGinn
necessarily
summed it
believe
up.
too much in the tiredness
John
side of
McGinn
things.
summed it up the other day. So that all this talk of tiredness on the foreign managers is hilarious, because John McGinn said the other day, he says, well, we've obviously had 2-3 games a week now for quite a while at Villa, and it's the first time we've had to do it in years. And for a lot of our players, it's the first time they've ever had to do it. And he says, it's been great because we don't train.
Yes, that's right.
So he said that his running stats for the week is far lower when he's playing 3 games a week than when they train for 1 game a week.
I believe it, because you don't need to train, do you? Because you're doing your training during matches, because you start to develop that telepathy with your teammates.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're playing with such regularity. You don't have chance to become rusty, lose a yard of pace, lose your touch. Do you know what I mean? It's because you're always on the field.
My back's knackered. I still got to go to work tomorrow morning. I don't get a nice bath and a massage.
No, you have to ask for that.
Anyway, dude, I've got to wrap it up. Congratulations on your win today. Enjoy. I'm going to watch Aston Villa in the semi-finals of the Europa Conference tomorrow night. And I'm absolutely bursting for the toilet because I've drank 2 big bottles of this during the game and I still haven't been to the loo. So, well done, mate. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bask in the glory.
Shall do for the time being.
See you soon, mate.
See you in a bit, mate. Cheers.
See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.